Hey, yo, what's going on, man? It's the Vision Addiction. I'm feeling quite happy today. I hope you guys are having a good day. Sun shining in the game. Everyone, stay safe. You know what's going on out there. Listen, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you enjoy the content that I've been posting, smash that like button, 100 plus likes, so I can keep the content flowing, man. It does really help the channel. I'm not gonna lie to you. Without further ado, let's get into this build. 1.1 million armor, we have 3 skill tiers, the pieces that we are running, 2-piece Grupo, 1 Wyvern piece, an Overlord piece, a China Light piece, and a Seska. So let's get into our weapons before we dive into the gear. I'm using the new exotic assault rifle, guys. You guys know what this does now, but I'm still gonna read the talent out. Shooting enemies builds stack to a cap of 40. Each stack grants 1.5% skill damage. After 5 seconds, stacks decay 1 per second. For each skill tiers, you will gain an extra 7.5% weapon damage. So I'm sitting at 3 skill tiers, which is what I'm going to be gaining. After the weapon damage, times that by 3, do the math. But this gun right here with the skill builds is crazy, man. I'm not going to lie to you, like I can get so much damage out of this and still be able to hit hard, especially if my build is a hybrid. And we're going to be diving into the pieces and you're going to see why I like to use this gun with this build. For our secondary, I'm actually using a Banshee. I'm going to explain to you why I'm using this secondary in a second, but before we do that, let's just go right into our pieces and not waste any more time, man. Grupo, we are running 2 pieces of this, okay? What does it give us for the first? 15% crit damage, which is very important in this build. 15% explosive damage, which is also important. And for our attributes, we have weapon damage on top and skill damage alongside the crit damage. So the template of this build is basically weapon damage, skill damage, and crit damage. That's what we're really going towards. We have some armor pieces here and there, but that's really the main template of this build. So this is my mask. This is why I'm running these attributes and these pieces. Let's go to our chest piece. Seska. Why are we running a Seska piece? Now, a lot of you guys know we can't really get a lot of crit chance on ARs. So we are running an exotic AR. Reason why we are running this chest, because it gives us 10% crit chance for running one piece. Attributes on here, armor on top, attributes on the bottom, crit chance, skill damage, and a mod slot of crit chance to get that crit chance higher on that AR. Talents on the chest piece, unbreakable. Why am I running this? Because we are very squishy, and with this sort of hybrid, we need some sort of survivability. I don't want to keep popping kits. I want to be able to just concentrate on my target, but still stay alive. So when your armor is depleted, you repair 95% of your armor. It's actually not 95% in PvP. It's actually 50%. So remember that, guys. If you didn't know that, well, now you know. The cooldown is 60 seconds, but it's actually not too long if you just run around for a little bit, focus the target, get them out, pop your med kit, do all that sort of stuff, survive until Unbreakable comes back, and you're good, man. Trust me. But yeah, that's the chest piece and why I'm running that. China Light. Why are we running a China Light piece? 15% explosive damage. Now, if you didn't realize, on my Grupo piece, it actually gives us explosive damage as well. For our skills, we are using explosive skills. Now, I will get into them in a second, but that's the reason why I went with another China Light piece to get more explosive damage for this build. We are using skills that come with that. So for the core attribute on this whole style, we have a skill tier. Attributes on the bottom, we have skill damage and crit damage. This is what I'm really running towards. You can kind of see where this build is going. For the knee pad, like I said, Overlord piece. This is the Frox Prayer's names piece. It gives us that 8% damage to targets out of cover. This is important on this build. It's actually really going to help you a lot. I'm not going to lie. We have armor on top and we have crit damage on bottom. This is the second Grupo piece. It gives us skill damage, crit damage, and we got weapon damage on top. Lastly, for the backpack, we are running a Wyvern piece. What does the Wyvern give us? For 1, 10% skill damage. What are we running on this build? Skills. What are we focusing towards? Skills. Guys, a lot of this is going to help you. Skill tier on top, that's more skill damage. Attributes on the bottom, we have status effects, crit damage, mod slot of crit chance there. And for the talents, we are using combined arms. Shooting an enemy increases total skill damage by 25% for 3 seconds. All you got to do with this talent, guys, is shoot with your exotic AR. You're going to proc combined arms, and then you're going to whip out your sticky bomb or the Seeker Mine, depending on what skills you're using, and your skill damage is going to be increased by 25% as long as you keep shooting them, guys. That's all you got to do. You don't have to get a kill with your skills enabled to, proc this talent. All you got to do is shoot at your target and your skill damage is increased by 25%. It's that simple. Okay guys, for our skills, what are we using? We are using a sticky bomb, the explosive sticky bomb. You guys can go towards whatever one you want, but in PvP, my damage is sitting at 876k. With the tier 3, it's giving us that extra 30% damage, 40% blast radius, and an extra 45% skill haste. So remember guys, we are having a lot of bonuses added to this build with these skills. For our secondary skill, we are using the Seeker Mind, which is giving us that 577k damage in PvP. With a tier 3, it's giving us the extra plus 30% damage and plus 15% radius. Guys, as you can see here, applies bleed status effect on affected targets. So that's where the Banshee comes involved with the Sadist talent. That's why I got that there. So these two skills actually work really nice together. I'm not going to lie to you. Get them down to like half bar depending on what armor they're running. And if they're squishy, it might be a one shot depending on, how much damage you're outputting to the player. Guys, this build right here is really fun to use. It's actually very powerful in PvP. If you're in a team in the dark zone, this build will work as well. However, Conflict is known for skills and all that sort of stuff, so that's why I wanted to showcase this build in that area, if that makes sense. For the stats, 50% crit chance. As I said, I wanted to make sure I had a lot of crit chance. And for the crit damage, we're sitting at 147%. Now, I know I can be getting this much higher. It's just the way I built this build. I wanted to do it in a way where there's skill damage as well as crits, not just crit damage all over the build with skill tiers. I didn't want it like that. I wanted some skill damage here and there, so that's why mine's a little bit low. For the armor damage, we have 12% there as well, so that's good. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you guys want to make this build, I would suggest you make something like this alongside this template anyway, and then switch your own ideas in it to make it even better than mine. But yeah guys, this is the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, smash 100+ likes so I can keep the content going. And like I always say, if you're new, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. This build was fun to use and I'm definitely going to use it again. Thank you for all the support on the channel. It's been Division Addiction and I'm out, man.